I'm a hacker. Well, no, I'm not. Just because I have a black hoodie on doesn't mean I'm a hacker. But that seems like what you see on the internet is pictures of people with black hoodies that are hacking computers and software. So let's talk about this special acquisition company. DFNS is a stock ticker, and it's LGL Systems Acquisition Systems. I'm going to get that backwards, with IRNT Cybersecurity. Now, IRNT Cybersecurity has been around since 2014. They were started by Lieutenant Keith Alexander, and he was the highest ranking military official with the NSA. He helped with Department of Justice. He was part of their cybersecurity, of the government cybersecurity team. And you probably recognize his name because he was out there on TV quite a bit a few years back. And now he started in 2014, IRNT. And now they're going to go public. So this is supposed to happen in third quarter 2021. We are in the third quarter 2021. So this is starting to happen. I did notice a few days ago, well, as SPACs go, they usually hover around $10 a share. Well, the share went down to about $9.65, which was kind of, different now because it's been hovering like anywhere from $9.95 to $10.05. So that was a little bit of a change. And just today, it has gone up. Also, it went up to $14 a share after hours, $14.25 a share after hours. So we will see what it's going to do tomorrow. But I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just discussing one of the stock tickers out there and the happenings that are happening pretty quick at this point. I'd say very quick. So just want to bring that to your attention. Now, with cybersecurity firms, there's quite a few of them. As you might know, there's CrowdStrike. Now, just to give you an idea of, I look at things a little different when I look at stocks, whether it be right or wrong, but just to give you a different opinion of what I do. So what I was looking at, let me use these, is the difference of when these three stocks started. So there's IRNT, CrowdStrike, and there's SentinelOne. SentinelOne is a really strong company with cybersecurity firms. As far as the people that I spoke to, they think it's a really good firm. But SentinelOne started in 2013, and they just went public June 30th of this year, 2021. And they opened at about $46 a share. So now it's August 26th now, and it's about $60 a share. The high today was $64. So, it's definitely going up. So it's on the right track. And let me see, CrowdStrike started in 2011, and their ticker symbol CRWD. They started on the market on June 10th of 2019. Now they started about $64 a share, and to date right now they're about $278 a share. So that's pretty good in 2 years. So they're doing something right. So now with IRNT started in 2014, and with 2014, they're just starting up now. And, because it's a SPAC, it's kind of hard to speculate too much of anything with the price, just because all SPACs usually hang around $10 a share before the merger. But I thought today's happenings, when it hit its high at, I think it was $14.25, something's happening. But the old saying, buy the rumor, sell the news. So do what you need to do with this. Everybody has their own strategies. Again, this is not financial advice at all. Just trying to, throw things out there for you. And the financials on this, for this merger, for LGL Systems Acquisition Corp, they currently hold approximately $173 million cash in trust. Will combine with IRNT at an estimated pro forma total enterprise value of $927 million. And it does go to say IRNT's existing stockholders will hold approximately 72% of the fully diluted shares of common stock in the combined company. immediately following the close of the business combination. That's assuming no redemptions by LGL's existing public stockholders. They do their thing. So it also says the combined company expects to receive approximately $267 million in net proceeds, assuming no redemptions by LGL's existing public stockholders, including proceeds from a $125 million PIPE transaction. I don't know what the PIPE transaction is. So cash proceeds are expected to be used to accelerate IRNT's revenue growth, to expand its product portfolio, and for working capital to fund increasing demand. So being that this was started by a guy in the NSA and the government, he's got a lot of contacts. So starting this business shouldn't be too much of an issue with him. Possibly, getting a lot of government contracts. Of course, they all have to be bid on. It all has to be done legally. And not to mention just his name recognition right away. He's, gonna get a lot of business onto him. And they did start something called collective defense. And under that, there's something called Iron Dome. That's it. So it probably gets a little technical from there, for me anyway. But it seems like they're on the right track to try and keep a couple steps ahead of the hackers. And again, that's always yet to be seen. But, every time you try and get ahead of these guys anyway, you got to be a few more steps ahead of them, because they're thinking on other ways to hack businesses and hack people and hack emails and everything else. So you always have to stay a few steps ahead of them. So hopefully that's one way that they're working on it right now. But just to let you know, speaking of businesses, quite a few of these businesses just recently, as you know, got hacked. And the ransomware is what they put on their system. So they got a lot of information from the companies, and then they wanted money or Bitcoin to get it back. So just recently, Colonial Pipeline, you probably heard about that. A bunch of people on the East Coast wasn't getting their oil and things like that. So, filling your cars up with gas was not fun. And there's also JBS Meats, and they were hacked also. SolarWinds, and just recently T-Mobile. So if you have a T-Mobile account, they may be contacting you, telling you that your information has been compromised. Some of my friends have already told me they've got the letter. And just, within the last few years, AT&T, United Health Group, Berkshire Hathaway, that's a huge one, CVS, Costco, Apple, which was actually hacked by a teenager in Australia. And he said he did it because he loved the company. Well, yeah, that I don't want to be loved like that. Anyway, also the last few that I got written down here is Amazon, Toyota, and Exxon. So these are huge companies that are being affected by this. So cybersecurity companies really are a big help to these companies to prevent any kind of ransomware attacks and cyber attacks. So this is dire at this point, because this can collapse a lot of businesses, and depending on who they get hold of, like that Colonial Pipeline, that was huge if you live back east. So there's a lot of need for this. But I just want to touch base with you really briefly on this, because DFNS is something you might want to take a look at if you're interested, and just see where it stands, and even if you just want to watch it and see where it goes. But, just between the other two, like I said, CrowdStrike and Sentinel-1. And I haven't heard too much about Sentinel-1. I was just pretty much told about it, that it was a really good company. There's tons more out there. But might want to just watch them, check them out, do what you got to do, make your due diligence and do your homework. I found a lot of this information on IRNT.com. Also, if you go on LinkedIn, you could pull up these companies also. And there's information on each and every one of these three companies that can kind of fill you in on their history and things like that, and who's in charge and all their history. But anyway, I just want to get this out there real quick, because things are happening fast, and we'll see what happens. So I hope you got some information and useful information out of this. And if you do like my video, please subscribe and at least give me a like, and help me keep going on this. I do enjoy trying to keep people updated on things that are happening on different various things. So if you'd also like to buy me a coffee, I have a buy me a coffee link on the bottom. And do appreciate you clicking that like button, and hope to see you next time. And talk to you later. We'll pick out another stock and take it from there. Have a good day. See you later.